Roundup. Welcome back to this month's episode of the Monthly Roundup. I'm Roman Lech, and if you've tuned in to last month's episode of Monthly Roundup, the answer to the question was Andrew Toyne, also my uncle, which oddly enough played as the character I play as his uncle as well. If that makes any sense. So my uncle played my main character's uncle, which is quite ironic, really. Because in real life, my uncle's awesome. My uncles are awesome, full stop, really. But in the film, plays as one of the main villains. Certainly plays him quite well, I'd say. I mean, being first time on camera, I'd say they did pretty well. Chuffed with the result. But without getting too far off topic, first things first, my well-being. I'll be completely honest, not been good. Been very rough. Been a very bad few weeks, been a bad few months. It's not really something I've spoke about. It's not on YouTube or anything like that. There's some things I'm not really going to say directly. You will possibly find out at some point, especially in my biography or autobiography, lecture from start to finish. But I've also turned into a bit of art, so to speak. Not so much like, how can I put it? So like not doing things and saying, "Oh, I'm going to make it into art." It's just like me sort of taking control over it and sort of letting out my inner frustrations and things like that in art form. It's more of a reflection than anything else. But at the minute, I've been really well, mentally especially, very well. Just been really, really rough. Especially, like I say, the past few months been really rough, all down and bad. But I'm getting there. Get myself back on track, back in the swing of things. So that's my personal well-being update. And how about we kick things off with it being the most romantic month of the year, February, Valentine's Day. How about November being the song of the month?
Smiled through the smoke above, heroine sung sweet sermons of love. Together they walked through a town of memories. Both our hands became the centerpiece. I'll show you where the moon smiles in the night, and take you where the sun always shines so bright. Give you a heart made of pure gold. Let us see our stories unfold. Ocean sapphire eyes dark by burning passion, as we both share a common compassion. When she smiles ahead the angels sing, further embellish all the joy she'll bring. Fill the missing piece of my beating heart, may not the darkness do us souls apart. Together we walk through a town of memories. Both our hands became the centerpiece. I'll show you where the moon smiles in the night, take you where the sun always shines so bright. Give you a heart made of pure gold. Let us see our stories unfold. Hold you as the winter sends its spite. Kiss you every time we say goodnight.
welcome back. And I must say that is a song very close to my heart. About finding love and, all the good stuff. Just being genuinely really happy in a relationship. Took me long enough, but hey ho. Better late than never. So, speaking of better late than never, Horror Converted 2 is it's been out for a couple of months. It's going to be something that's going to be updated every so often, so I'll have new enemies, new events, new levels in some cases. It's because they sort of hit a bit of a roadblock. I wasn't really sure what else to put in without repeating myself, because that was the whole point. I don't want to add things and them all be the same. I want everything to be different, unique. So hopefully I've achieved that, and hopefully you really enjoy Horror Converted 2, and hopefully it's functions as intended. Another thing that didn't really help, it didn't really scare me anymore. It's while testing it, because it used to scare the living daylights out of me. I was terrified. I'm a sucker when it comes to horror stuff. I'm always scaring myself with it, especially my own work. Also in the works is my album Memento. Not really much has been done to that, but there's been a song in the works, I might mention a couple of times, Oh There. Sort of an homage to Cherry Exchange. Both about a very similar subject. I'll just be blunt, it's about sex, really. Every artist does it. I've sort of delved into the subject. I was avoiding it, but until you understand it, it's not something you'd really know what to, express through art until you've experienced it yourself. But it's sort of exploring that side of that sort of subject. Like I say, before any of this, I wouldn't know a damn thing about it, if I'm honest. But it's just about exploring, intimacy, kinks, things like that. But it sounds very much like Parquet Disco's later stuff, especially like Pray for the Wicked and Death of the Bachelor. I was going for more Roaring in the 80s / Diamonds and Daggers, very much similar to that. I've sort of done a bass line which sound like Miss Jackson. It's just me sort of, exploring that sort of topic. What Are the Chances has been quite updated significantly. I've had a lot of robots and different variants of hellhounds and things like that. There's tons and tons of weapons and monsters you can face. I've nowhere near come close to finishing it. But I was even thinking of unique power-ups and things you can pick up and use later on. One of which was based off of Call of Duty Zombies, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. How you can find a dog bone, and when you use it, it summons a hellhound. That same logic will apply to What Are the Chances? It's mostly my girlfriend, Charlotte, who really gave me that idea, because she likes having the hellhounds and zombies on her side. And it's quite insane to watch, like a bit of a necromancer with guns. It's quite funny. Personally, I always preferred the cryo shot, because it slows them down and the zombies don't, if they need to escape them, I don't really use so much ammunition, I cryo shot them and run away. But mostly for if I want to just kill them outright, Shatter Blast. I love Shatter Blast. Just blowing them to bits and that's good fun. Eddie Died has had quite a bit of significant progress. The first episode, I've been working on that, and as requested by Jake, he wants me to basically showcase a particular segment from Eddie Died, and I will do that when I finish speaking about it before the interview. It's sort of it has a bit of an homage to a film called Tag of Elimination. I think my character knocks over one of the enemies or one of the guards that Jake plays as, and I point my rifle at the camera and I go, nap time, and suggestively shoot him, but it cuts, flashes to white. So that'll make more, I suppose in this clip it'll make more sense as to why I've included that line. Speaking of exploring intimacy and things like that. Eddie Died is going to explore that too, very in details. But not just that, it explores the darker side of the internet, the dark web. A lot of gruesome stuff happens in it. Really, not just blood and gore, just emotionally, things that everyone really goes through. It sort of heightens it to 11 a bit sometimes, but the point is there. It explores a lot of dark subjects. Murder, suicide, drug use, animal abuse, things like that. At no point is it ever glorifying it. It's just like I say, it's exploring it. The main character that I play as is sort of, how can I put it? He's kind of caught up in all this crap, and he's like the almost like a folklore. He's all these murderers and whatnot is the one who, he don't win every fight, but he tries to take him on, But there's a reason for it. There's a reason why he's seemingly on a rampage, killing all these nasty individuals, these criminals and whatnot. So, as I just mentioned earlier, here is the clip, also known as the Buckley clip from Eddie Died. Bear in mind, a lot of the sounds in that are still missing. It's not finished yet, but this is it in its current form.
Hey, what the? Yeah! Nap time!
Are you good, Bucky?
Damn fucking right. Just bag me a bisto.
So hopefully that's give a bit of an insight. That is absolutely nowhere near peak Eddie Died. That is very subtle. Believe it or not, this is one of the least violent scenes that are going to be in the series. Some of the things are going to be... I'm going to have to do two versions, I'm afraid. One YouTube friendly, and one that basically you see everything what goes on. I mean, there's even a bit in a strip club, for goodness sake, you know what I mean? And some of the ideas I've had in that, it's like, I don't think YouTube would like it, so I'll have to do it on a separate platform. It'll just be on Blogger or something, I'll figure a way to get it on, make it viewable. So, if you've seen the return video, you may have seen Cal Magnus, Big Daddy Rambler, and Hal Baron appear at the very end. Well, joining me right now is none other than Cal Magnus himself. So, welcome to the show, Cal. There's rumours floating around that you're making a possible return. Could you give a little bit of insight as to what that could be? Yes, I'm returning to the big screen. Not in the sense you may think, not black, white and red or anything like that. There have been plans for Monochrome Crimson, which is black, white and red, but a remastered version of it. But I'm appearing in I want to say a sequel or such, or actually in the same universe. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's in the same universe as Black, White and Red, but maybe a few years in the future. So is this a cameo or something? Possibly, yes. Possibly. Of course, there's a lot of speculation and things in the air at the minute, Still being worked on, this was meant to be a series as well. But, it was... I'm not going to say the name of the project, I'm not really going into much detail, but you are appearing in this project, though, aren't you? Oh, yes. I'm not going to say how, but I do appear in a very special scene. I do appreciate the recognition I get. I understand I'm one of your favourite characters. Yeah. One of your favourite characters to play as. Sort of the... dare I say, badass law enforcers. From a dark background, not proud of your history, but you've come back, you've gone back to fight your inner demons and seek justice. I mean, absolutely, justice is a big thing. Revenge is sweet and short, but sooner or later you're going to want more of it. But with Justice, it's a bitter taste, but it's better in the long run. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I still feel the same way. You know, Revenge is sweet. Yeah, it's quick, but once the sweetness is gone, that's it. You're just left with, you're just back to where you started. But with Justice, like you say, it's not as, don't say it's as sweet, but it's long lasting, and it's deserving, and it's fair. Yes, of course, yes. So anything else you'd like to add? I mean, I still can't really say much about the minute, but maybe a Haunted 2 or something? There is words that I may be returning in somewhere else in a similar fashion. Rumors Collaseum universe, is it not? That's the one, yeah. So, yeah, I could be returning via the Rumors Collaseum universe with other characters paired up with maybe Sicilian Joe again, Detective Briggs. Yeah, I could see myself doing that again. Right, well, thank you very much, Carl. It's been good to see you again. I'll see you on the big screen at some point later this year. Absolutely, thanks for having me. Thank you. Right, we are going to have an optional segment in this episode of the Monthly Roundup. I have written some poems over the course of a few years. It's something I haven't explored or shared yet, but I have here 4 of my best. I've got 2 serious ones about, I say gloomy ones, dark ones. I've got 2 soppy ones, nice ones. So I have 4 here. A Bridge Too Shallow, To the One, Saved by Grace, and As One. And these are pre-recorded, so I'll play these 4 poems now. It's not me, it's not you. A diminishing feeling, nothing new. When experiencing emotion becomes a trial, here I stand in complete denial. If I can compromise, I'll try, else not I'll surely die. Eternal sleep, my world is darkening. I could come to an agreement through bargaining. Hurting, hating, all that are present, your soothing compassion is what I resent. Around my neck I seek an anchor, an instant remedy for this raging anger. Cry me a river, disbelievers jest, my burden makes me a miserable pest. It's solely in my head, it must be madness, yet the bridge is too shallow to end my sadness. You give, you take, you have no form. You look down with pity as your children mourn. Your son is dead and still we worship. So you carry this burden, yet I see no thorn in your hip. You cannot be tempted, nor can you lose. I'm sick of your apparent wisdom, it's just a ruse. I work every day to see my family thrive. You cannot grieve, you can just revive. I pour my soul and strive from the heart, yet you are almighty right from the start. I embark on my quest to arrive nowhere. Why should I turn to you? Why should you care? I've learned your tricks and tasks I've mastered. I hope you're satisfied, you heartless bastard. Slumped against a wall in a drunken hour, our drinks are sweet yet our conversation sour. An angel above shares a common struggle. Emotions flow as my thoughts juggle. My heart is empty and hers too. I return home to think things through. Days pass and I see no conflict. I rehearse my entrance like a theatrical script. I tell of my plan and my family rejoice. The saying is true that love is no choice. I drink an inferno to steady my soul. for this could be the day that I become whole. An offering of time, unsure what I expected. Without hesitation she gladly accepted. Her smile shines like divine light. Her love and compassion makes my heart ignite. Our time together is like serenity and bliss. Only a beautiful angel could achieve this. Without a swing or a single strike, she defeated my evil and demons alike. Never a day since I felt impure. Finally an end to my internal war. In private moments tears shed and cry, and shall forever smile beyond the day I die. How did you get together? The question makes me smile. A tale that I recite once a while. A young man whose love was scarce, love to he felt just a farce. A forbidden action, or lost treasure, finding the one felt out of measure. Until one night a lonely heart closed in the distance apart. A simple union became true. They became one through and through. If only this moment would last forever. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the poetry segment. I certainly enjoy writing these poems. With this month's trivia question, what was John McFullen's profession in the film Dark Manor? Fairly easy question. I just got to skip ahead a few bits and we'll find out who he is. But yes, what was John McFullen's profession in the film Dark Manor? So we're coming to a close to this month's episode of the Monthly Roundup. We certainly hope you found this insightful and interesting and especially entertaining. And for this month's bogus advice, if you're bored, fold a piece of A4 paper 7 times, then set it on fire near a petrol station. Do not do that really. These are just an inside joke. Especially on Collaseum games where at the end I just got some bogus advice. But, so what isn't bogus advice? Stay healthy, stay happy, stay creative, and don't do anything stupid like I nearly did. And I suppose for the closing song we have Mazehead, a song about sort of a self-reflection on the people I know and who I really care about and obviously care for me. It's just like looking back and thinking, how on earth did this happen? But not in a bad way, more like a positive, reflective way. Thank you for tuning in. Here is Mazehead.
Lost in the heat of a wonderland. My head's enemy, but you understand. You could be our saving grace, with the sunlight on your face, when the sadness storm arrives. Valley brings the skies. I don't know how this came to be. These thoughts that always follow me, they ask why things are passing fast. 'Cause we're lost in a purple haze, and the darkness gains a new breed. Do they know that we have just been freed? You give that fool a final glance, face their hearts with a glow. Sunday school. Thoughts in my head, thoughts I hold. You could be our saving grace, with the sunlight on your face, when the sadness storm arrives. The valley brings the skies. I don't know how this came to be. These thoughts that always follow me. They ask why things are passing face, 'cause we're lost in a purple haze, and the darkness gains a new breed. Do they know that we have just been freed? You hear them all abandonless, pierce their hearts with a glowing lens. Pierce their hearts with a glowing lens. Pierce their hearts with a glowing lens.
You have been watching the MrSkulltag channel. Be sure to check out the links in the description below for more short films, entertaining videos, gaming videos, or check out our blog for future updates.